Hello everyone, Teacher Sunny is here again. Today, Teacher Sunny is going to explain a core problem type to everyone. Now, let's talk about the fundamental principle behind the application of odd and even numbers. Let's look at the problem. It is known that both A and B are prime numbers. So, what is a prime number? A prime number is defined as there are two cases. It can only be divided exactly by two situations. What are these two cases? The first is dividing by 1. It can only be exactly divided by 1. And the second case is that it can only be exactly divided by itself. Being exactly divided by itself is essentially the same as getting 1 as the result, right? So it only meets these two conditions. Only when these divisibility conditions are met is it considered a prime number. If there is a third case where it can be exactly divided, then it is not a prime number. So you must understand this concept well. Let's continue and look further. And now, a times 2 plus b times 3 equals 100. Now, find the value of a minus b. So that means we need to find a and find b. Once we have these values, we can find a minus b. But how do we find a minus b, right? Because we only have one equation here. So how do we solve this problem? Right? So at this point, we need to use the principle of even and odd numbers. Students and parents, you need to learn this principle. So how do we use this principle? Let's look at the result. See? The result is actually 100, which is an even number, right? So how does it become an even number? It must be this plus this, right? Equals an even number. In other words, it must be an even number plus an even number to get an even answer. So a times a times 2, a times 2 equals an even number. That is absolutely correct, because any number multiplied by an even number will always be even. Point. But what about b times 3? Here, okay, it's also even. It has to be even, otherwise you simply can't get an even answer. Right? But b is multiplied by 3, so how could multiplying by 3 result in an even number? There's only one possibility, which is that b itself must be even. b itself must be even, and when an even number is multiplied by any number, the result will always be even. Okay, the problem also tells us that both b and ab are prime numbers, so ab is also a prime number. So it's also a prime number. It's both even and a prime number. So what is b? Almost all prime numbers in mathematics are odd numbers, not even numbers. But there is one exception. That is 2. It's both an even number and also a prime number. Ah, right. Even though it's even, it's still a prime number. So we've solved it. Point. So from the hints above, we can clearly see that a times 2 plus b becomes 2, right? So 2 times 3, that equals 100. So ax2 plus 6 equals 100. We just need to finish this calculation. Then 100 minus 6 equals 94, a equals 0. 94 divided by 2 gives us 47. So in this way, we found that b equals 2 and a equals 47. Therefore, the value of a minus b can be easily calculated. 47 minus 2 equals. As you can see, 47 minus 2 equals 45. Have you learned it? If you have, please give the teacher a like and follow, please. Give it a really big thumbs up, okay? Share it with even more people so that everyone can learn together and improve their math thinking skills.